Bro, I'm sorry to my viewers. I know this is like very boring gameplay. But honestly, like my team has got this on lock. Look at this. Phenomenal work. Look at this form. Look at this.
Can I get
Phenomenal
a free
form by BP. It's got the fucking left foot out, the knee planted very well. His back leg is supporting everything phenomenally. He's got the death machine that isn't feeding rounds but somehow shooting. Like this guy is just on top of everything right now. Look at that. And now he's reloading, making sure he's got the extra 3 rounds in his shit. We got Phantom KDA over here trying his hardest to not die. Bell Pepper just shooting at nothing real quick. Watching the guy rise from the ground. Destroying him before he even has a chance. Okay, that guy just literally flung off the map. Alright, let's see.
Pulverized.
I'm gonna reload the 11 rounds that I have left, or that I left out of my rent, or my clip. What is this thing called?
On your
It's not a
weapon?
clip. It's not a magazine. It's a big ass like brick. Oh hey, dude. You're over here killing shit nonstop, and look how much points KDA has.
He still has more points than me.
I think in the last 3 rounds I've made 1.5k.
That legend 47.
Honestly, I should have stayed on Pixelmon or Cobblemon. What am I doing here? You guys didn't even need me.
No.
You make it seem like you can't play that on the side.
I can't. Well. Big shout out to the Mandem in the new year.
Oh my god, I got full auto.
Hi, buddy. Hi.
Shout out Dino.
Shout out Dino, bro. Shout out Dino, man. Happy New Year to that guy.
Shout out Dino. Shout out Eli. He's never getting a haunter from me.
Oh shit. I go ahead, BP. I was gonna try to get that fucking thang for the thang, but I couldn't get the thang for the thang on top of the thang with the thang.
What?
Do you have your perks, BP?
I'm dead.
You should go get those perks. Venom's dead now, so it's completely
That's
up to
crazy.
you. I'm not gonna shoot a single round, man. If you start dying, just know it's over. Look at this marvelous player right here, just trying to reload for his life. Look
I'm
at
dead.
him, trying his hardest to keep himself alive.
Losers.
Near failure himself, not knowing where to go. Phantom, you're dead?
Yeah, I've been saying that.
I know, I was just joking. Don't worry, Phantom. This is what an actual player does. This is really how true zombies, man, goes around. Oh, you're not even reviving.
Oh my
This is really
god.
how it goes. Like,
Thanks,
I
man.
really, that's all you have to do. Really, like, Bill Pepper out here making shit seem like it's like impossible, but it's really not. It's quite literally the most simplest thing that you could possibly do. I even said it twice. The most simplest. Like, that's really how simple it is.
It really is.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, pal.
And then back to my post, ladies and gentlemen. Back to my post. Really, I'm really just a technician here. I'm just a support character. There's really nothing else for me to do. You know, in fact, one would even argue that Phantom dying here is almost necessary for the cause, because he'll get up and then go back down almost immediately, and then I just go back down here, you know, chill, and then let him try to figure out with the 90,000 points that he has. BP out here with 35,000. Somehow he has 35,000. I have 33k, and I haven't shot any fucking rounds in the last 10 rounds. You know, it's quite literally phenomenal gameplay that you're seeing here. This is quite literally peak Black Ops 3 custom zombies.
feel like I'm watching.
Bell Pepper would say that he's not trying his hardest, but in reality, since we can't see his face, we will never know. But you can hear it in his voice. He's actually quite stressed. His next poops will be like rabbit poops because he can't get it all out. Phantom going in for the nuke and actually getting it. Now he's gonna try to make his way to any perk that he may need and see if he can actually recollect everything. Okay, never mind. In fact, I just gotta listen in on the KDA sound TeamSpeak. He's in fact not going for perks, but also grabbing a literal perk immediately, and I saw him do. KDA going around the town. He actually just grabbed sleight of hand because he had 89,370 points. Now he has 86,376 points. He's racking up a little bit of points right now, trying to get some points to, I guess, almost have enough to cover up the next few perks that he's gonna buy, as if the 87,540 wasn't enough.
It's not.
Oh, I didn't mean to shoot that. Sorry about that, Bell Pepper. I didn't mean to take away those 20 points away from you.
You
I know you're
motherfucker.
very much in need. I apologize. Allow me to reload my weapon currently. Phantom has now teleported back into the area. He's actually coming back into the area, the stronghold that Bell Pepper, KDA, and LP have decided to actually hold up in. Phantom reloading, trying his hardest to run away from the zombies because he's fearful that he's actually going to be able to do anything. But in Phantom actually now looking at the shoutcaster, pointing his gun deadly at his face with a menacing aura behind those hideous eyes. If you look closely, you can see that his eyebrow on the right eye is actually quite swollen, and his
I am muted.
Phantom has been mudded this whole time and he didn't even realize.
Oh. How do I know?
KDA really about to get the work in right now because Bell Pepper decided to go fucking like file his taxes on the goddamn desk over there.
I ran out of ammo for the ray gun, and I tried to buy more, and I just got another ray gun instead.
Oddly enough, there's a gun closer by on the right wall. KDA showing us beautifully what weapon I'm referring to currently. KDA not being able to do anything because he doesn't have double tap anymore. It's actually quite detrimental to him to not have perks. If he's looking to make it to round 40, he'll never get there if he doesn't actually go get double tap. Bell Pepper currently laying it down on the ground, watching KDA do all the work. Bell Pepper thinking, you know what, I could probably take a break now after racking up 42,520 points. KDA going down. BP trying his hardest to go down. KDA about to get revived by LP. KDA finally stands up. LP starts putting rounds downrange, trying to make sure that his teammates can actually regain and get control of the situation. Now that KDA has gotten control and Bell Pepper is actually over there standing like a little prick, not doing a goddamn thing.
Oh, what?
LP finally actually putting in work, doing something for the first time in the last 20 rounds. BP finally going down. Nobody having monkeys, of course, so like, it's actually looking like a tight situation for everybody. We don't know what's really going to happen to us. Find out shortly if we're actually going to even be able to survive currently. LP going for the revive because if he gets hit, Widow's Wine goes off, but Bell Pepper deciding to move his fat-ass body out of the way and not letting me revive him is crazy. LP going in for more Widow's Wine reloads, and look at that. Thanks to LP, the team OPDD survives the 30th round. Now going into the 31st round, you can see BP and Phantom, KDA trying to regain all their perks because all of a sudden they think it's actually important to make sure that we survive to round 32. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what has come over them. Something must have hit them in the brain to actually think, you know what, maybe survival is important. Maybe the imminent death is actually that's looming over us is actually quite a motivator to keep you alive. Finally, Bell Pepper KDA making it back to the area that we decided to hold up in. Again, BP firing down shots. Both of them next to the pack-a-punch, being able to pack-a-punch their weapon whenever they want and get rid of turned and possibly get fireworks, because everybody knows that's quite literally the best effect that you could possibly have on your firearm. KDA reloading, backing up, almost taking a down there, but Bell Pepper just actually showing up and being able to actually help him out. BP currently under fire, under duress. The zombies deciding to actually go over there and teach him a fucking lesson because he fucking deserves it. LP gonna go over here and buy a little bit of ammo to replenish his surpluses. there's currently a fire cell over there, and if BP would like it, matter of fact, LP going in for the insta kill, and then actually obtaining it, going in for 2 fire cells at once, and we're gonna do nothing with that because obviously these two are too terrified to step out of the hole once again. KDA on the move. He's actually going in. BP decided to hold back a little bit and sticking to that boo-boo ass ray gun shotgun thing that he currently carries. You can see right here BP missing almost every single shot that he's putting out there, literally missing everything, not hitting a single thing except the stairwell, because BP is very known for, he's like, I hate stairs and stairs will die. Whoever invented them needs to die. That's insane. BP currently under duress, trying to fight off the undead army that's currently being bestowed upon us. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we may be reaching the end. Kaburumaru, what do you think, buddy? Do you have any input? You heard it here, folks. Kaburumaru thinking that we're not going to make it past round 33. This may be it, folks. Who knows? Kaburumaru always on top of his shit, knowing exactly what he's talking about. BP just standing in the back, KDA standing in the front. Phantom now getting surrounded by all the enemies. LP having to put fire in and actually activating fireworks right when it matters, because LP is really just that guy. KDA again surrounded by everyone, not knowing where to go. He's running back, forth, left, right. He's going in circles. Bell Pepper now not just looking at the enemies, as a matter of fact, deciding not to even shoot anybody for some fucking reason. He thinks that it's okay to just stare at the enemy. Ladies and gentlemen, LP actually putting in some work with the Zeus cannon, getting rid of the enemies that are currently a threat. LP now standing back, letting the other two do all the work that they could possibly need to do. Phantom back up at 94,000 points earlier today. You saw him almost hit 100K, but he ended up going down, being a little stinky duty boo-boo boy. And now, actually, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Apparently, a pause is required. For some reason, we need to slow down and stop. If only pause or start hitting the start button actually worked in multiplayer, this would be amazing. The turn zombie going in there trying to do work, actually just going back and forth, forward, back. Apparently, this audience doesn't like the shoutcasting, or they could be referring to the 2 teammates that are on the front lines, literally just letting everybody down, not even doing anything. Matter of fact, they're just looking at shoutcaster. Meanwhile, the zombie army is literally rising from the depths, getting ready to kill them. Kaburumaru, please give me your insight on this. Absolutely, absolutely. I can see exactly what you mean. These two really are just burgers. They really are buns. They're just the worst players you've ever seen in your life. Bell Pepper over here looking to the right, and his head's looking to the left. Now, his heart doesn't know what's right, but the only thing that's left is maybe half a brain. I don't even know. All of us actually rocking the paralyzing kaleidoscope pulverizer here. Bell Pepper on the back foot, not knowing how to manage the situation. LP actually putting shots down the range, trying his hardest. Bell Pepper has now officially been mudded for over 76 turns. Bell Pepper getting attacked from the backside, but also LP being able to clear that out of the way. The turn zombie up there going down immediately, but he's back up. He's going up trying to fight the devastating army that's currently rampaging down this stairwell. Bell Pepper hitting the little bob and weave, as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen. Bell Pepper not knowing what to do, but LP over here helping his brother out in need. The turn zombie coming back down here with the rest of the zombies. We're starting to debate whether or not he's actually going to turn on us, because he doesn't seem to be putting in any more work in. KDA currently getting slapped in the temple right now because he's looking at the shoutcaster instead of shooting down range. Ladies and gentlemen, what will we do? It looks like there's the double points up there. The turn zombie decided to avoid it. KDA going in for it. He ended up getting it, actually. As a matter of fact, KDA, by the way, also breaking 100K points. And this is fantastic work. Will we be able to make it to round 33? There's a nuke being set off by Phantom KDA. Meanwhile, Bell Pepper is just back here debating whether or not he even wants to be here anymore. The man used to speak, yell, and exclaim so many words, and now not a single piece of not even a sound, nothing but an utter nothing at all. This guy is locked the fuck in, some would say. Reloading again, the paralyzing kaleidoscope pulverizer. KDA putting 18 rounds into the zombie that was up close and personal with him, giving him a kiss on the neck and maybe biting his earlobe a little bit. KDA just sitting there with a scar that has a shotgun attached to the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, how do we feel about that? KDA nodding, looking like he actually likes that. But let's go. Let's tune back in with BP. BP actually socking the fuck out of a zombie right in his shit and ended up killing him. That's actually kind of crazy that Bell Pepper decided he's had enough. He's had enough of the enemy currently. He's just out here shooting everybody now. LP having to trigger fireworks again just to make sure that everybody could be okay. KDA going in. He went out there and he bought a perk. I'm not exactly sure what perk he bought. KDA, we're going in on a listen and hopefully he can tell us what perk he bought.
Oh, is the mic on? Yes, actually, I stepped out for a couple of minutes in order to kill the rest of the zombies while I had this 30-second insecure, I don't know what you want to call it, power up. But I'd like to take this time to thank my loving mother for giving birth to me and giving me a chance in this world, to prove to the world that I am actually something, even though the world is, destroyed due to the apocalypse and we're stuck in this vault. And our fellow friends, if you pan the camera over here to the right, you can see one of our friends right here, horribly burned, but now he died, so I put him out of his misery. But it takes a lot of courage, and hey man, get the fuck lock in, motherfucker.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Out of nowhere, for some reason, Phantom decided that he was under duress, and so we couldn't stay in on the listening. But thank you so much for that, KDA. Obviously, he can't respond. He can't hear me right now. But as you can see, or as you heard recently, Phantom. You could almost hear Phantom from the Shellcaster's booth. You could almost hear him really just feeling the pressure of the match right now. Bell Pepper also laughing, losing his mind, completely insane. If you really listen closely, you can again hear KDA, Phantom KDA over here trying his hardest, actually not shooting a single round, maybe 1, 2, 3, and now he's reloading. Meanwhile, Bell Pepper is putting every single round he could possibly muster into the zombie army, the zombie horde that's up there. Now, well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like there is a fire cell, and KDA does in fact grab it. Now, what are they going to do with that? Possibly nothing. The turned zombie might actually go over there and grab some monkeys because they know that that's quite possibly what would save them. Here on round 33, Bell Pepper again with the paralyzing kaleidoscope pulverizer. BP currently getting attacked by a zombie and LP just watching. The turned zombie now, they're actually getting a lot of pressure on the actual inside of the hole. KDA getting some pressure right now, but he ended up getting the zombie off of him. The turned zombie over there doing nothing, quite literally just garbanzo beans. KDA not getting surrounded by the enemy zombies, but LP again triggering fireworks with perfection, knowing exactly when it needs to be triggered, and here we are. I think we hear Phantom choking with all the pressure that's currently being provided. And Bell Pepper losing his mind, falling into lunacy. Ladies and gentlemen, round 33, if you don't know, is quite literally some of the most difficult zombies that you could possibly muster. Never mind round 50, never mind round 60. Round 33 is particularly where Phantom and KDA seem to have the most trouble because they've received more touches, more kisses, more earlobe bites than anyone's ever seen before. KDA currently looking at the Shoutcaster's booth, wondering if he's going to send a round off in that direction, but I guess he chooses not to, and that's really appreciated by me and Kaburumaru over here, standing over here just waiting for the Shoutcast. Actually, speaking of Kaburumaru, do you have anything you would like to provide for us? Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like KDA and Bell Pepper deciding to hit us in the face with some zombies instead. Kaburumaru thinking to himself, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I think that we're actually going to go down. LP is actually getting hit currently. The actual shoutcaster booth is actually in danger currently, and we don't know what we're gonna do. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna try to make sure that this team actually survives and makes it to round 35. Back to you, LP. Thank you so much, Gaburumara. I appreciate that insight. It was actually quite informative. And you can see that KDA is actually hiding currently. He's trying to keep himself alive, baiting Bell Pepper out. A strange strategy, but maybe a strategy nonetheless. Ladies and gentlemen, know that now both of them are actually looking at each other deeply into each other's eyes, wondering whether or not they're gonna make it to round 35. If they make it around to 35, if they make it to round 35, they actually win the $2,000 pool prize that goes to a charity of their choice.
Charity.
BP, BP picking the charity of Phantom KDA, and KDA picking the charity of Bell Peppers United. Ladies and gentlemen, Bell Pepper is very passionate about how our farmers actually cultivate and grow our bell peppers. You know, it's quite a strange thing to actually even see, but it's still beautiful that somebody in this world actually cares about non-processed foods, with rid of all pesticides, GMOs, and the like. You know, it's very beautiful to see. Both of them reloading. Again, LP actually reloading his paralyzing kaleidoscopic pulverizer. I finally said it right for the first time. Sorry to the viewers that caught on that, or caught onto that. It looks like we're actually getting a lot of pressure, but the turn zombie moving up the stairwell, and actually you see a max ammo for the first time in 4 rounds. This could be very good for both of them. There's an insta-kill, and there's also the max ammo that I said. LP going in for both of them. Actually, the booth is gonna help them try to get somewhere. The Zeus Cannon doing everything it possibly can to the turn zombie, and Phantom KDA moving up all across the rest of the map. KDA looking for something. I don't know what he grabbed. He has 127,280 points currently. Will he be able to make it back to the hole? Bell Pepper getting surrounded by all the enemies currently, but luckily enough, insta-kill is actually able to do all the work that Bell Pepper couldn't do. All right, zombies now pressuring him a little bit more. I'm sorry, Kaburumaru. That was a lot of movement from the shoutcaster booth. I apologize. There just happened to be an earthquake or a big motherfucker moving. I do apologize. But the turn zombie now trying to make sure that Phantom can make it down the stairwell, actually keeping him covered. And that was a very beautiful execution by the turn zombie. Phantom KDA now debating whether or not he upgrades the ACR. Let's take a look real quick at what weapon he currently carries. It is, in fact, the ACR 6.8. Bell Pepper's big old self isn't killing this goddamn zombie that's moving the shoutcaster, trying to get a good look in on the ACR 6.8. Phantom going in for the actual upgrade. And now the turn zombie putting in, but LP actually deciding to fire off for no reason at all, and making sure that the fireworks does all the works that it possibly needs to do in this moment. Bell Pepper now on the offensive. The turn zombie on the fucking floor for some reason, taking a goddamn nap. KDA deciding to actually fire off some shots, now reloading because there's only 20 bullets in that goddamn clip. Not really doing a goddamn thing for Bell Pepper. Bell Pepper again, not a peep. Not a word. Silence. It's almost like if you listen closely, you might think there's demons around. In his head, maybe. There's not a single word coming out of this gentleman right now, even though he's getting bombarded with all the undead. Maybe the trauma is too much. Maybe, just in fact, maybe he might not be able to see what's going on currently. Bell Pepper trying his hardest to look around the shoutcaster's booth, because for some reason it's actually able to move, and it gets in his way. You could see the duress and all the stress that's being carried on his shoulders. This just in, actually, a quick a live informational feed about Phantom KDA. Phantom lives in the ghetto? Question mark, question mark, question mark? What do we do with that? I have no idea. Also, Bell Pepper, we also just heard, we also just got another informational leak that Bell Pepper, in fact, is a gambling addict. And how do we know? Today, him and somebody else in his life decided to open up Pokemon cards, and the way that it works for them specifically is that whoever gets the best or the rare card ends up taking the other person or the other individual's belongings. So whatever they pulled, the one with the best card gets it. Bell Pepper actually lost today, so Bell Pepper is quite literally down $27.72. That's very devastating for my man's pockets, considering that his keyboard is yay high with so much money, and there's only one way that a man gets that much money, is by hoarding it and never spending it. I know he's feeling devastated currently. I know it hurts his soul. But anyways, that was just informational leak that I thought we would let you guys know a little bit of lore behind. Oh, in case Kaburu Maro actually having a few words. Thank you so much, Kaburu Maro. I really appreciate you again. It's always a pleasure to have you. Very, very much so, my brother. Very, very much. My brother, where are you headed? Bell Pepper currently getting all the pressure of the 10,000 countries the Fire Nation attacking is mere pebbles compared to this zombie army. But who knows? Bell Pepper might have, or he might be the next Avatar, the way he's actually able to bend all these bullets into their necks. KDA going into the other room because he decided that he wanted to get a little freaky with the zombie on his own. The turn zombie actually putting in some work, kind of holding off the whole zombie horde on the stairwell and hitting 1, 2. He himself got put down. LP having to trigger fireworks again, trying to actually save Bell Pepper and KDA. KDA just standing on the left side, not doing really anything. The turn zombie going back and forth. For some reason over there going and hit the Widow's Wine like one of the monkeys on Ascension. The fire cell triggered by Bell Pepper, not doing anything at all, but Phantom going and grab the insta-kill and the max ammo. Bell Pepper now standing on the backside with the death machine, trying his hardest to keep everybody alive. Will he be able to do anything with it? But KDA taking all the back shots from Bell Pepper with his death machine.
Pause.
For some reason, he was just standing in the way. Pause, apparently, is what we hear. Actually, you know what? We haven't heard, or we haven't gone in on a listen-in on the team OPDD's member, Bell Pepper. We're going to go in right now and see what his thoughts are. Bell Pepper? And you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, indeed. Ah, indeed. He's trying his hardest to make sure that he stays alive. They did make it to round 35, so the $2,000 charity will be donated to whoever they decide amongst themselves to be the receiver of the $2,000. Thank goodness, right? Of course, it's such a beautiful thing to be able to play video games and also be able to donate to the charities that you actually enjoy. But it looks like, actually, now they're stocking on top of each other. It would almost seem like Bell Pepper is actually trying to ride on Phantom KDA's lap. Insanity at its finest. As you can see right now, he was just throwing it back on him. Now he's going left, right, reloading, smacking that ass a little bit. And BP goes down for the first time in league history. Bell Pepper getting revived by LP currently, and now he's up and at him. Is he going to have enough time to be able to go and get the perks that he quite possibly requires? LP going in, reloading the Zeus cannon and trying to use his Zeus cannon to make sure the zombies don't get anywhere near him. Bell Pepper grabbing Juggernaut and actually trying to make sure that he can get back to the hole. For some reason, BP has or LP has lost sight of BP. BP actually on the offensive trying to get Speed Cola. I think he walked right by it. Actually, as a shoutcaster, I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen, but Phantom and Bell Pepper have actually broken 100K. Phantom is currently at 130K. Bell Pepper has gone down. If Phantom is smart, he would try to hold off the last zombie to make sure that he could actually do something and revive Bell Pepper. The Shoutcaster booth actually trying to move in and see what they could possibly do. It seems to be only 2 zombies left on the field. Maybe the Shoutcasters don't know what they're talking about actually, because now for some reason a horde of zombies coming from BP's direction. But LP going in, trying to make sure that he can find the last member of OPDD to make sure that he could try to revive him and make sure that he has a chance at making it to round 36, because 2036 is actually where we want him. But LP taking back shots from the zombies, trying his hardest to make sure that he can pick up BP. BP finally LP going for the revive, but he can't get it. He's going again. BP going down. Ladies and gentlemen, it is over for BP. And LP might possibly go down as well, trying his hardest to make it back to the hole. And if he can't make it back to the hole, then it's going to be only up to KDA. BLP going down. KDA, the final member of OPDD on round 35. Will he be able to come out on top Actually, ladies and gentlemen, LP, even if LP comes back on round 36, he only has half the amount that the other two players have. Will that be able to be enough to make it and grab all the perks he could possibly need, maybe the weapons that he also needs? But LP looking through the wall, looking at the silhouette of Phantom KDA, Phantom unable, trying his hardest to make sure that he can get to LP before LP dies. Instead, he looks at him through the window. He's like, what can I get for you next? Actually, just put the fries in the bag, sir. Phantom KDA trying his hardest to make it to LP. LP just getting teabagged by Phantom KDA. Now Phantom KDA is reviving him, but will he be able to get the revive off? He does, in fact, get the revive off. 3,000 points. Needed for the Speed Cola. LP finally picks up Speed Cola, a nuke with perfect timing. As a matter of fact, LP going straight to Juggernaut because that's all he could possibly ask for. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I wonder, I do dare wonder if double tap is possible for LP to get? Find out in maybe 27 minutes because the Zeus cannon has officially I stand corrected, 0 rounds. LP almost going down immediately to 3 zombies on round 36. It's fantastic that we actually made it to round 36. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the KDA and Bell Pepper trying their hardest to send these shotgun ray gun rounds down the range. Not really hitting anything, actually. Insanity, really, at the end of the day. LP going over here to grab Widow's Wine real quick because Widow's Wine actually happens to be the best perk and kept everybody alive for the longest time. LP throwing down some grenades for Widow Wine at the end so they can hold off the incoming horde as much as they can. KDA getting back shots from the zombies again. The turn zombie actually got turned out by Phantom himself. Everybody on the team OPDD is actually trying to send rounds down range, make sure that they can actually survive to round 37. Round 40 would be beautiful. But KDA going down! LP just for some reason grabbing this controller very, very last second, trying to make sure that he can get to Phantom. But it looks like he's not going to be able to because he has to reload. No, he doesn't. BP going up. And then LP following right behind. One of them is going to have to revive. Not necessarily sure who. BP has the death machine. LP going for the revive. KDA is finally standing back up. If firework could trigger right now, that would be marvelous. But BP, LP going down, maybe not, quite literally on the brink of death. LP survives. There's an insta kill up there that LP is definitely going to go for because he needs, instead, Phantom with the quickness.
Oh my God.
Phantom ends up dying because he's literally booty juice at the game. Ladies and gentlemen, he's quite literally the worst zombies player you've ever seen. Kabrumari, any words, please?
Get the mic out of that guy's mouth. Oh my God.
Absolutely agree with you. He is, in fact, burgers. This guy is shocked. He's an unk. He's on the back 9. He thinks that he's still a zombies player that's actually capable of actually holding off a zombie horde like this. But LP actually showing him that he's gonna die anyways. LP is literally an unk, and he's on the back 9 himself. Judging KDA, both of the OPD members who are officially unks are now down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is over. This may very well be over. Bell Pepper only having 96,600 points. Can he make sure that those points are enough to get him to the next round, to round 37? So Phantom, KDA, and Lord Pikki can come back and maybe, quite possibly, maybe make it to round 40. We'll find out shortly. 2 turn zombies, actually 1 goes down. BP trying his hardest. He's going back down the stairwell. He's now looking back. He's looking at the stairwell, trying his hardest, but he moves towards him, and then he's going forward, back. He's getting pushed back. He's at the top of the stairwell. Now he's going back down. BP gets the turn zombie. He's actually now got an ally. He's getting smacked 1, twice, 3 times. And he puts him down. Now he's been backed up in quite literally the last possible corner that he could be in. Oh my goodness. 2 turn zombies trying their hardest to stay in there. BP reloading, even though he had 142 bullets left in that clip. Triggering another turn zombie. He's putting him down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zombies down and 2 more rising. Where will he go next? He's quite literally now having to run a train in a 327 square foot room. Maybe this is it for BP. BP finally getting pushed completely into another corner. But BP actually able to make a little bit of ground, gain a little bit of ground. He gets hit once, twice. The turn zombie breaks the head and the skull off of the other individual. BP now coming back, trying his hardest to take down the last few zombies that he thinks are it. He thinks this might be the end of the round. BP going to grab some more ammo off the wall. He's getting hit once, twice. And can he recover? Yes, he does, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing his best. Kaburumaru, obviously, off the chain, off the wall. The young man himself, the young little snake himself, he's ecstatic. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that I can feel the amount of muscles that are contracting currently on the snake's body, it's making the circulation on my body cut off. Ladies and gentlemen, Bell Pepper taking 5 hits. He could quite possibly be the end. He's currently backed up into the corner. The turn zombie making all the moves that he could possibly want. Bell Pepper survives again. A close call. 3, 2. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, Bell Pepper having to reload, run around the desk, do his taxes. Look at a gun that's just floating there. And he survives. The turn zombie comes in clutch. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, Bell Pepper being able to finish the round off and bring Phantom KDA and LP back into the round. Ladies and gentlemen, this is peak Zombies gameplay. Brought to you by Team OPDD, Phantom Unable, oh my goodness. It's over for us. We're not going to be able to make it back to the room. As much as we try, Bell Pepper might be by himself again. Phantom KDA going down currently. BP looking at LP currently grabbing Juggernaut, actually making it down the stairwell. Not having double top, not having sleight of hand, but upgrading the ACR 6.8. Now turning into the ACR 4Z3 12 16. Trying his hardest to maintain the actual gameplay currently provided to you by, again, Team OPDD, who did actually, in fact, make it to the last round. But this might be it, ladies and gentlemen, because LP is quite literally garbage and can't help Bell Pepper in the slightest. Oh my goodness. I don't know. What is that, turned? LP ended up getting turned as the max ammo being picked up by LP currently. Bell Pepper on the back end having to reload. BP going down, LP going down because he can't seem to maintain anything. I think, ladies and gentlemen, Kaburumaru is currently biting on LP's shirt. He's literally holding on, biting his nails, biting the shirt, not knowing where to go. So much stress in the stadium currently, but Bell Pepper still on the offensive, still trying on his back foot, but he never falters. He doesn't give up. Instead, he actually falls. Ladies and gentlemen, round 37. It is over. It is over. Team OPDD going down on round 37 with 287,200 points for Phantom KDA, 280,260 points for Bell Pepper, and 151,120 for LP, who literally did nothing but talk the whole time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is really it. I cannot believe it. This is how we start the very first day of 2026. Kaburumaru, any words, please?
Bro, I leave to take a leak and you guys died.
Absolutely, Kaburumaru. Absolutely. It was, in fact, the most phenomenal gameplay anyone could have provided in a Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies lobby. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning into that. That was insanity. Insanity beyond belief. I don't even know how to explain it to you. This has been LP from the Shoutcasters booth. This has been Kaburumaru from the Shoutcasters booth. We do appreciate you, and have a good night.